covers for Alexis on Fire. I don't know if I've done every fucking album though. How many albums do you even have? Well, it's My Little Rabbit drinking a fucking champagne, smoking a cigarette. It's my idea to always say Alex is on fire. So it's there. I am huge on misogyny because one time this chick just kind of like let herself in, like knocked on the door and was like, I want to do guys partying. I want to come party. Totally tried to like annihilate the penis of Ingrid Cops. She's like just drilling them with all these like burns and shit. She's just crazy. And then it was on the streets after she did that some chick is always gonna do that to him. So I punched her out and I hit really hard and I forgot because I was so young that I forgot I was even in the army. But anyway. Whoa, yeah, whoa. He made most of my and who did it for him if he did it himself or whatever. He made him on his tattoo templates on my little drawings. You make me really happy because it's very psychedelic looking. Because I haven't done psychedelics and I don't have a bubbly mind. No, I was often confused when I was a kid and I just shut up. Because I thought a lot and I'd get it. And you guys used to boast about me a lot when I was younger, but like it would drop. It would like just fade. Like, bam. Like after you're done boasting about me, I'd think about war again. I'd be like, I don't even know what to say anymore. And then I'd be like, I shouldn't talk. They're just boasting. And I'm a female, right? Like I'm not really that cool that way. Like men are typically more of a talker, right? So anyway, blew it. Had to get speech therapy. No, as soon as the questions came up, I was answering them like full fledged. I was getting excited. I was making eye contact. And I got the fucking job. And I like that job. But I don't. No. There's so much fucking drama with that isn't just drama, it's worse than drama. So there's that. Then there's. See, I'm not fat. Don't call me fat. I can't draw a picture on paint. Why not like a tall boy and put my own logo on it? Yeah, I should use paper though. Let's try. It's not very good. Okay. Don't save. Yeah, I popped a pimple right there. It was fucking huge. I think it was a sliver. I think that's what I was complaining about. Whoa, yeah. Let's go through them all. Oh yeah, oh yeah. Dreaming, the real dreaming. So The unhappy one is like a fucking nail. Whoa.
Put it down in the description. 14 days free. Check it out. See if you enjoy it.
Oh, it's well worth it.
I mean, we know it's worth it, but you can check it out for free for 14 days.
You said that, like, I read all the comments.
Show them where the human is.
You can't say this, but you can say, I get comments from people that I actually know. Like, how do I
I'm a human. How does it say? I'm a human. I'm a human. That's better.
Just look at the 14 days. You can watch everything. And it's uncensored. Like, literally uncensored.
Yeah, I've
You
shown
can say anything.
They're like bitching about people like me, where it's just like
We had movies in the last
showing your power stance, but maybe it's a little bit murky of what you really fucking need or trying to show off about. But I don't know this whole container.
AC Angry Cops. And that's Joe. Bye, everybody. Say goodbye, Joe.
Bye, Joe.
Okay, tall boy.
Right? You're smiley.
I know. We're starting now. We're starting. It's very exciting. We're gonna need more. Yeah, we're gonna need more.
This is overserved, not underserved.
Yeah, this is overserved. This is where we get spicy. The spicy conversations that the internet doesn't want us to have. All right, so let's kick this off. Welcome to the inaugural episode of the Overserved podcast. I am one of your two hosts, Rich High, also known as Angry Cops, also known as AC. And obviously, I think if you're here, you probably know who I am. YouTuber, the most controversial police officer for the city of Buffalo that the city of Buffalo's ever had.
Oh, you're controversial, all right.
I'm sure I
I've
am.
had some experience.
I know you have.
Yeah.
And
Known you for 20 years.
that's why you're
Yeah.
here. The second half to this podcast is somebody that's been behind the scenes since I started doing social media. My meme lord, who makes most of my memes, but probably say like between 80 and 75%, sends me ideas, gives me different perspectives and points of view, and a guy that I bounce off a lot of ideas from, that I've also deployed with overseas. But I'm going to let him tell you who he is. Take it off, Joe. Or take it away. Take it off.
Take it off, yes.
A little bit of both.
After a couple of drinks, it all comes off, and it does come off pretty easy. I've known Rich, Angry Cops, for about 20 years now.
I know.
We're adults now, though. We're grown up. We're all grown up. I'm in law enforcement. I have a military career, as Rich talked about. We met just generous love in the military in 2005. Is that when you joined the union?
Yeah. December 2004, and then I did pre-basic with the. I think you were definitely there.
That was pre-puberty for you, I think.
I just hit it. It hit me hard. I mean, I still had a beard at like 14, so
This is true.
I probably looked 19 as a 17-year-old.
Yeah. Did you have a hairline? No, I don't remember.
No, I had hair.
Yeah.
But yeah, we met 20 plus years ago in civil affairs.
So it's like 16 years in law enforcement. The military career was wild, watching you go be a drill sergeant while I stayed back and did civil affairs, which was so special. Yeah, putting the special in special every day.
That's right.
I remember you too.
Special operations.
Oh yeah, I found
On
opportunity.
the field
in JS.
together.
But then your social media career.
Don't make me fall to
You're
the
like, hey,
team
you
and
video stuff. And I was
more.
like, I'm just making memes and stuff. You're like,
Don't make me fall
I love
to
making memes.
Very good at making
And they're so crappy as far as like cut and paste. I know there's AI technology out there. I could turn you into a frog right now with it. But I'd rather cut and paste your face on a frog.
I like the dirty cut and paste stuff. Get a paintball gun and have your little brother run up and try to not get hit with it, and you light him up. There's 30 welts across his body.
Oh, you remember sitting at Essex Bar with India Walton? Some of those memes?
I remember
That was
those.
a meme campaign.
That's right.
Dude, we came out and smashed every little meme as fast as humanly possible, but eating probably some of the best chicken wings around.
Fantastic smoked chicken wings. That's when we went hard on India Walton because, well, we found out then that she was going to come after me when she became mayor.
Controversial, right? Oh, I'm going to fire Rich High as my first thing.
I love that video of her saying, the first thing I'm going to do when I become mayor of the city of Buffalo is fire Officer Richard High.
And then denying it on another podcast or interview.
So
Shit.
if you can't get these officers to retire, will you commit to not laying off anyone from the Buffalo Police Department?
I have no plan to lay off or fire any officer. My first order of business is going to be to fire Officer Richard Hyde.
Yep. And in that moment, I was just like, gloves off, let's go. And you were like, I've been waiting for this day. And then you helped me just break the leash.
Oh, I felt like you had something to break, and you really wanted to break a few things. Let Dan take a couple of.
As a white boy, I love Limp Bizkit. Give me something to break.
Oh yeah. You want to jump out of the truck and break something? Remember that?
I remember taking a sign.
Oh, there it is.
Yeah.
I don't know how far we can go with this.
It was on public property. The election was over. And I was like, well, you're not going to do that anymore. And I took a sign.
We didn't keep it for all law enforcement purposes. It's just alleged.
That's true.
Master Riggs.
I don't have a stick puppet of India Walton's head.
Nope.
I haven't used it yet, but I do want to use it.
Well, I think it's coming out. India Walton was picked.
I should
Put her on
grab
one
it
side.
now and just she'd be a great recurring character.
She's toothless. Her past didn't change.
No.
It's the same, but now she's going to run for a higher position.
Yeah.
I think you're super effed in the A now.
I don't think so. For anybody, I don't know if you've hit the basics of the India Walton story, but India Walton is a socialist, a democratic socialist. She's an idiot. It doesn't matter what she is. She says she's a democratic socialist, but she's just retarded. And she ran for mayor for the city of Buffalo, won the primary for the Democratic position.
Yep.
And then everybody in the city was like panicking because we didn't want to be run by a socialist. They were democratic socialist,
She
whatever.
was one of the first ones to come out as a socialist and literally say things like that. And be like, this is what we're going to do. We're going to change everything. Whoa.
AOC came to Buffalo and was like campaigning with her.
Yeah.
And then for like the second time or third time in all of U.S. history, a mayoral write-in candidate, at that time still serving mayor, won the election by a third. It was like 1/3 went to India, 2/3 went to
That
Byron
was a
Brown.
pretty big crap. If you look at other mayoral candidates, they don't do that coming out of the gate like that.
No,
They had support and weird money. I don't know where it came from.
well, Brown still had money. He just, instead of getting it from the Democratic caucus, he got it from people in the city of Buffalo.
Yeah.
He had local donors that were like, we don't want this dumb fraud anywhere near a position of power.
Well, she's going for
Lieutenant governor.
Lieutenant governor.
Going
with
for
Delgado,
lieutenant governor.
right? Now that kind of, how do I say this? It's like the floats theory. If it floats, and it's generally to the top, and that's how it's been for a while.
You can't just go for governor. I'm not just saying that 'cause I am the governor.
To somebody else.
Oh yeah. you
That's
can't
crazy
fuck
shit.
down,
What a
check
loco
up and
bitch.
over.
Yeah,
Yeah.
up and over.
No, they're just not screaming about it, but it's still a huge fucking
They take the
issue.
defense exam. They'll get off the street,
What
they
that
won't be
bitch is
controlling or
doing.
making mistakes, and we'll put that idiot in charge of people. Yeah, I've seen that.
So if you guys are out there looking, thinking if you have a boss and the floats theory or the promote up and out theory works for you, let us know.
It does,
I'm
yeah.
curious in what environment it doesn't work.
I'd love to see.
Shit, I
where it
fucked
does
up a
work,
little
where
bit.
You just promote somebody into like, I think like one-offs that can work. You promote somebody into like a specific singular office in like the back of something.
I've seen this movie. It's Waterboy.
You don't just get to apply to be a politician. You don't just get
The
to
underdog's retarded.
run to be
Yeah,
government.
that's what I'm saying. You can't
Agreeing with you, but
You don't. It's not the same kind of campaign that you're thinking of, and like campaign to sell your chocolate bars.
Otherwise, it wouldn't
It's
be
not the fucking same
circle of world perception. That just doesn't make sense.
as campaigning to be the prime minister.
That's how Joe and I first started getting together on social media, where you were making memes for me because of India Walton, and we'll definitely talk more about her later on. I just don't want to skip over everybody getting to know you. This is the first episode, people
Oh,
get to
yeah.
know you.
Rick is the louder side of me. He's the side that got to be out there and do the thing. I started off in a career where I couldn't really express myself the way I wanted to, have my own opinions. I had to suppress them and keep them, what was it? Conceal it, don't feel it. That's frozen because I got two
Ew.
daughters, man.
Feel it, don't feel it. Oh man, that's like the opposite of like PTSD training that we've had for the past 2 decades.
Absolutely.
It's
Talk about it.
that's the epitome of toxic masculinity. is Conceal it, don't feel it.
Am I wrong?
What is wrong
No,
with this
Tell me where
fucking?
sharing your
Looks
feelings
good,
gets you
and
better,
then
right?
Sad boys sometimes get laid when they share their feelings.
Sure. So But think about the military. What did we have to do after every deployment? Lie on the health assessment and say that, like, oh, I'm good. I'm strong. I can do this. When your knees are shot, your ears are blown out, your neck hurts. You got bit by a military working dog on a Humvee because some paracord a-hole.
Supposed to be a bat on a can.
Air conditioned Humvee because that's when I decided to get that day.
It looks too shabby.
No, that was
That was the first tour.
One of the cans together, I think.
He was on Summerall. I was in Kirkuk in northern Iraq for our first tour. You came up and visited once or twice.
I tried to drop stuff off. I
Yeah.
gave some stuff to a sergeant to fly out to on a helicopter.
I mean, some things made it to us. We had the up armored kits that you got us.
Yeah, I feel like a couple of people got their cut on the way to you guys.
I won't say that didn't happen. Yeah, let's talk about that. So we already touched on it. We met via the military in our civil affairs units when we were both under use of KPOC. And that's one of the proud things that I tell people on the internet. I've said it, I've brought you up on Unsub a couple of times, and I definitely brought you up on a couple other things. Your first tour, and especially your first tour, and then our second tour, you were always the guy that could get stuff. You were the mover and the shaker. You could, yeah, you could shake hands and steal souls.
Do you remember that with the chem lights?
Yeah.
Trying to move up and get out of here. Things are stressful. Leaving the family. Left my wife. Got married.
Yep.
Got deployed. There was no coming back. But here I got to deal with you.
Yep, me and Zach.
Yeah, you and Zach. Telling me I'm stealing souls and trading them by cracking chem lights over kids' heads. You see that? Stealing soul. They crack chem light over. I'm like,
Yep.
There's no way that people believe this, but believe it or not, they did. They thought we were stealing their souls.
You got upset because you thought you were insulted at first. And what Zach and I meant to be, we meant to say that you stole children's souls or you survived off of the souls of children as a compliment.
I feel like that's a little different. Surviving off the souls of children is
Yeah.
probably what Epstein did. If we're going there so soon,
We'll get there. We'll get there.
You're kind of jumping a little.
I know we're jumping all over the place. We'll get there. But yeah, before Epstein, well, I mean, Epstein was definitely doing it, but before he got like caught doing it,
Yeah.
you were stealing children's souls. Yeah, Zach and I, because you were so good at wheeling and dealing that we were like, you probably have a collection of children's souls, or you trade for kids' souls. You got really irritated about it. You didn't like it. We meant it as a compliment. You got
Like,
mad.
I hear that I didn't actually steal children's souls.
Yeah, he didn't. I mean,
He did.
allegedly. Allegedly did not steal it.
God, I thought it was such a. It was bad.
Yeah, you're mad. You did not like
What?
it.
I don't do that. I'm a good person. We're like just finding out what you guys lost.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that the army misappropriated it.
Absolutely. There's hand receipts for a reason.
It's true.
And there's opportunity in chaos. I think this is an option that was offered to me. I'm like, oh, look at that.
Look at all those free things that nobody's playing with.
And what do we do with them?
Well, but then eventually you bought into, you accepted the stealing children's souls things, and you started breaking chem lights over our heads, like the big 2.5-foot chem
Big
lights,
ones, yeah.
and you just crack them and be like, "Oh, got your soul," which made us all giggle.
It
Because
was such a good day.
I mean, imagine being a dumb Iraqi kid or Afghan for that matter, and just some GI comes up to you and just like bops you on the top of the head with a stick
Yep.
at like twilight, and then all of a sudden it starts glowing green,
Yeah.
and you're like, "What's going on?" And
You're done.
they're like, "That soldier stole your soul. You're a shy boy forever now."
We had so much fun being on the town. So I know CA has all of its faults and all of its things, but being out in all the AO, not just the little section that the infantry could go, but all of the AO, the entirety of Iraq. If it could pass the sniff test, we went out and did the mission. Hey, what are you going over there for? Look over there. Go.
Dinner will be served now. That's nice. Oh man, these clothes make me feel so cultured.
Nice, nice.
I bought one of my hotel's five-star chefs with a meal fit for your picnic.
Nice for another very much. I'm not sure about this mom down here. I think we should cancel.
What? No, that is perfect. We finally have class. Ready to eat, mother? Oh,
I started drawing. Sorry. Don't be like that. You're kind of misogynist.
Mom, is everything okay?
It's been decided. You will go to boarding school in Latvia.
Okay, what is the Latvia?
You will be sent to one of the family's hotel operations in Singapore.
I very much in Singapore.
And Panda, I've decided you will be the one to inherit my entire.
I needed cash fast. I filled out a quick application, got approved, and walked out with money. It was that simple.
We say yes, but others say no.
Missed the RV show? Good news. The deals are still here. For a limited time, Traveland RV is extending RV show pricing through March 31st. That means the best prices and selection of the year. A $2,045 exterior kit on
What is he doing?
models
Okay.
and financing as low as 5.99% on approved credit. The crowds are gone. The savings are not. But time is running out. The RV show may be over. The deals aren't. Only at Traveland RV. Extended through March 31st.
It's a little fucking baby wee bear. Little fucking baby wee bear.
I think I know. So listen up. Don't worry, puppies. I'll find us some food. There should be some edible berries around here. Well, all right, let's see here. White and yellow, deadly fellow. Blue and black, friendly jack.
Logan insulted me for being confused. And I caught it all on film and I sent it to Angry Cops because he's such a psycho. And then he says that I'm his sister, not Melissa. So what did you drug Melissa? And then he's like, in the same context, he's dissing me for being confused and saying low-balling piece of shit things. It's not anyone else to say I'm a piece of shit. It's how I feel as a piece of shit, you fucking idiot. And then he walks away. I'm gonna go cry because you won't be my sister. That's what I deal with. I don't like him. Fuck you, Colleen.